story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy specializes in a customized designed academic approach tailored to meet the needs of our families. Our lower division prepares students with the necessary foundation to build excellence. Our middle division provides students with over 15 course offerings, providing them with opportunities to explore their talents and gifts. Our upper division provides personalized academic journeys, allowing them to achieve their dreams. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us, where every path leads to purpose.
National headlines and the local stories you care about. WLBB, Carrollton, News Talk, 1330, FM 106.3.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today is September 30th, and what a cool show do we have for our listeners this morning. We have the Sharp Creek Elementary School students, Jalea Harper, Landon Huddleston, Scarlett Walker. We also have teacher, what grade teacher?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade teacher, Lexi Brady, as well as my good pal, Paula Burke, from the UGA Extension Office. She's the ag agent here in Carroll County, and we're very pleased to have everyone on the show. Today we're going to be talking about one of the hallmark events of the year that happened last week, and it was the Heritage Days Festival. And it is such a cool experience, an opportunity for students, fourth grade students, I suppose, all throughout the county to get to experience the way things used to be, the way life used to be. And get a hands-on demonstrations of butter churning and living on the land and all kinds of cool stuff, like a grain mill. There's a bunch of cool things that they do over at Heritage Day. So we have some of the students that got to participate this year, and we're going to be talking about that and so much more. And I did want to remind everybody that our episode this morning with the Sharp Creek Elementary School students, as we discuss Heritage Days, is currently being live streamed on our WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments or compliments or kudos or anything to our students, feel free to hop in the chat, and I'd be happy to read those out. So let's get right into it. Why don't we start with Paula Burke? Paula, if you could, tell us a bit about you and a bit about your position with the Ag Center, with the Extension Office.
Well, good morning. Great to be here. So I work with the UGA Extension Office. We're located at the Carroll County Ag Center, just up the street here. And with our program, we do all sorts of education for the community. It's a great partnership with UGA and the Carroll County government, with the commissioners. And we have the 4-H program, and Heritage Days is one of those programs. I'm the ag agent, so I work with all the farmers doing education, and then we have our family consumer science program where we do a lot of health and nutrition. So Heritage Days celebrated its 30th year this year. This program's been going on in the community for a very, very long time. We've missed it a couple times due to weather and COVID and things like that, but even during COVID, we did some videos, and the teachers were able to do things more virtually. But this has been a great program that we are very excited about, that we do each year for our fourth grade students here in Carroll County, learning about their cultural heritage. And I always kind of describe it as the pioneer days of how we used to live. And even on the Ag Center property, there's a former one-room schoolhouse that was actually here from Carroll County, the Bold Springs area, I believe, and the kids get to go in during Heritage Days and see what it was like to go to school back then.
Ooh, the schoolhouse is very cool. I mean, how different is that than the schools you guys go to, right? Like, that's very different. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you do with the Extension Office and the team up at the Ag Center, because your guys' programming is super informative, super useful, and super effective.
Well,
we got a very thriving agricultural industry here.
We do. We have the most farms in the state. Farmers keep us busy, keeps us fed, but we have a lot of great programs for the community, and we're always happy to serve.
Excellent, excellent. Well, if you'll throw that mic to Scarlett, we're going to get you on the mic, Miss Lexi Brady. Lexi, you are a fourth grade student. I'm fourth grade teacher.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in fourth grade myself. But
Yeah, I don't remember those days. To me, those basically are the pioneer days.
Yes.
So you are a fourth grade teacher. Do you have a particular subject that you teach, or is it sort of like a, coat of many colors situation?
I teach social studies, and I teach the reading and language arts classes.
Dig it. So it's a natural fit.
Yes.
That you would be one of the teachers that accompanies the students
Yes.
to go to Heritage Days.
And our social studies standards for fourth grade for the state of Georgia cover from the start of the Revolutionary War all the way through the end of the Civil War. So it pretty much encompassed everything that we got to see. Now, some of it was more of like an introduction for them, like the more Civil War related stuff they haven't seen yet. But it'll be great towards the end of the year when we get around to that, just to be like, oh, you remember when you saw all those cool guns when we went to Heritage Days? So
remember when the cannon scared you to death? Like,
and that did. They were like, why do they not yell fire in the hole or anything? They just fire them. And I'm like, I don't know.
I appreciate that question though. You can tell they've seen movies. It's like why don't they say fire in the hole? I've seen this stuff. I've seen Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I know what they say.
But yeah, they were like, they don't say anything. They just shoot them. And I'm like, I don't know. This is my first time too, guys. I don't know.
It's a unique point though. It's like, you guys, it's kind of like getting to see your lessons come to life.
Yes.
I mean, you're teaching about this era, of history in this region, this part of the world. And what's that like, taking the students? I mean, how many years have you been able to go to Heritage Days?
This is my first year because this is my first year at Sharp Creek.
Oh, welcome. Congratulations.
Yes,
Awesome.
I am from Bremen, but this is my first year teaching in this region. I've previously taught in South Georgia in Vidalia City Schools, so it's a welcome back home this year. But it was... this was our first year. It was really cool because when they got to go to Daughters of Liberty, they were like, Miss Brady taught us about that. And I was like, oh, thank goodness you were listening.
You are listening. These kids are awesome.
Yeah.
They're so smart. Cool. Well, all right. Well, let's throw it over to Scarlett Walker. Scarlett, what grade are you in?
Fourth.
You're in fourth grade? Cool. So is Miss Brady your teacher?
No.
No, you have a different teacher. Who's your teacher?
Miss Brown.
Miss Brown. Cool. So tell us a bit about you.
I'm 9 years old, and my favorite subject is writing and reading.
You like reading?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any favorite books or book series that you like to read?
I like Amulet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comic book, I think, or a graphic novel.
Sure. I'm a big comic book nerd, so yes, graphic novel. It's like the fancy way of saying comic book. That's what I tell people.
I tell them it's the chapter book version
There
of
you
a
go.
comic book.
Chapter book version. So when you get all the collections together. So we're going to be talking to you here in a bit about what you enjoyed about Heritage Days and a bit about your experience. But before we get into that, if you could, have you read books or ever read stories that are set in the time that was going on at Heritage Days?
Not really. I enjoy more
Like contemporary or future stuff?
Yeah, future stuff. I like future stuff a lot.
Cool. Dig it. Well, I imagine that Heritage Days in like 100 years is going to be bizarre. It's going to be people going to the store. It's like me coming to work at the radio station and stuff. Well, that's very cool. Scarlett, it's so cool to meet you. We're going to be talking to you more here in just a second. But let's jump over to Jalea Harper. Jalea, did I say your name right, Jalea?
It's Jalea.
Jalea. See, look at me. See, thank you. See, I make mistakes all the time. Jalea. Thank you. Jalea Harper. You're a fourth grade student.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
So, whenever I get home, I always, write my own books of chapters.
Cool. What kind of books do you write? What kind of topics do you like to write about?
I write, what I do often.
Sure. So it's kind of like chronicling your day, like a journal, but more like an autobiography or something.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So do you is your favorite class like language and writing and stuff, or reading and writing, or do you have other subjects you like?
I like writing and math.
You like writing and math? Wow. A lot of people can't do both. So do you like history? Just in general?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So it was pretty wild getting to go to Heritage Days and see a lot of that history come to life, Be honest though, like were you did you have to wake? Was it like super tiring when it was all over? Were you real tired walking around? See, that's what I figured, because there's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. So you were pretty tired afterwards. Excellent. Do you think you'd like to go back someday?
Probably, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jalea. God, I'm gonna see. You can say my name wrong all you want. Call me Jush or something. I'm terrible with names. But Jalea, thank you so much. That was awesome. Let's throw it over to Landon Huddleston. Landon, what's up, my man? You have a Venom hoodie on. It looks pretty cool. You like comic books too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here, talking to the mic there. So you like comic books. Tell me a bit about yourself. You're in 4th grade. What are you into?
I really like anime, where when I go to my stepmom's, we watch anime together where we can have fun.
Cool.
And we do our favorite things. I like math really more than reading, and because I like doing math more than reading, because it gets me more into it than reading, and I don't just sit there and
zone out.
Yeah.
With math, you're more engaged.
Yeah.
I dig it. Do you have any ideas of what you might want to do someday? I mean, you have a long time to figure that out. But if you're into math, could you ever see yourself working like in NASA or something, or working on like?
No.
No. What do you think you want to do when you grow up?
Play sports.
Play sports? What kind?
Soccer.
Soccer. Dig it. So not butter churning or or living off the land or none of that. Dig it. Well, thank you so much, Landon. It's so cool to have you on the show today. Today we got the Sharp Creek Elementary School students, Jalea Harper, Landon Huddleston, Scarlett Walker, and Lexi Brady, as well as the one and only Paula Burke, the UGA Extension Office and Carroll County Ag Agent. So pleased to have them on the show. We're talking about Heritage Days, the 30th anniversary Heritage Days, which went down last week. When we come back, we're going to talk all about the students' experiences and more. So stick with us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy is a vibrant community built on innovation, academic excellence, and a 64-year legacy of shaping community leaders. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, inviting you to visit the mountain and experience firsthand the passion, purpose, and personalized education that defines our school. Come see how our mission and vision come to life each day. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
And we're back to Community Voice. Today's Tuesday, September 30th. This morning's episode of Community Voice with the Sharp Creek Elementary School students, Jalea Harper, Landon Huddleston, and Scarlett Walker, as well as 4th grade teacher Lexi Brady and Paula Burke, Ag Agent for Carroll County. We're here talking about Heritage Days. It was the 30th anniversary of Heritage Days last week. An incredible experience for students all throughout the county. They get to come see what life was like in the pioneer days. There's a lot of cool things to talk about. Just a quick reminder, we are live streaming on our WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page. If you have any questions or comments for our guests, let me know. Feel free to put those in the chat. I'd be happy to read those out to our guests. Awesome. So we're going to talk a bit about our experiences. Why don't we actually start with Paula first? So one more time for folks who may just be tuning in, give folks a rundown of what Heritage Days is and what it's all about.
So for 30 years now, the UJ Extension Office has been putting on this event, and it's a way for the students to learn about the cultural heritage, the past, what I like to refer to as the pioneer days. So we have a tremendous amount of volunteers that come out for the day. We had probably about 20 different presentation stops for the kids. Mountain Man, they learn and find out how people would live in the mountains and hunt and trap. We had a draft horse at the event and learning how they were used. The person that brought the draft horse actually does leather working, so they had the harnesses and how they made the harnesses. The Civil War encampment, they had the cavalry there, and they talked about the various flags from the Civil War days. They shot off the cannon. There's so many. So up on the Ag Center property, there's a one-room schoolhouse, which is original from Carroll County. And so we have a couple volunteers that pretend to be teachers and talk about what it was like to be going to school back then. We have an actual log cabin. So we have another volunteer that talks about what your house was like and what you did. We had a blacksmith. I think you guys missed the blacksmith because he couldn't be there that day. We thought it was going to rain, so we moved everything inside on Thursday.
It's not very conducive to blacksmithing.
No, we actually have a little building. You wouldn't really know it up there. We have a little building in there. It's got all the blacksmithing things. They set the fire and have the anvil. So that was a very important person back in the day. Someone talked about apothecary and using herbs for medicinal reasons, and just how people lived a couple hundred years ago here in Georgia, or just in the country as general. So as they were saying earlier, it is part of the fourth grade curriculum. We've changed it over the years. Sometimes it's been third grade, and I think now we're back to fourth grade, and just trying to meet that need for the teachers, give them a great field trip that they can come out, get out of the classroom, and kind of bring history to life in a sense of what it was like to be back in the pioneer days.
Thank you, Paula. That's awesome. See, this is one of the many things that makes our community special, because not everybody, even in the state of Georgia, has an opportunity to attend something like this, because most places aren't as cool as Carroll County. So, all right, let's throw it over to Scarlett Walker. Scarlett, fourth grade student. See, I called her a student earlier. A fourth grade student at Shark Creek Elementary School. What did you enjoy most about Heritage Days? Tell us about your experience.
I enjoyed the yarn making.
Oh, cool.
And how they made yarn.
It's wild how different it used to be to make clothes back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else did you like?
I liked the cannon.
Pretty scary.
Yeah, it was scary, but it was cool. And I also liked the ceremony where they had the American flag.
Sure.
When they did the flag retirement?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did like the flag retirement. That is very cool. That's cool to get to see that in person. Did you try anything hands-on? Did you try churn any butter or anything? Or
we didn't get to that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, well, what are some other stuff? Did you see any animals?
We saw 2 horses. My favorite one was the draft horse. Mm-hmm. Because we got to pet it, and I liked its color because it was a pretty horse.
Sure.
And then there was this other station thing where it was like they created medicine with other like herbs and stuff.
Oh yeah, the apothecary section.
Yeah.
So isn't it wild that before doctors and stuff, that's what you had to do. You had to go find some plants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially a lot of it is what our medicine's made out of today, just not as pure in some cases, but it's really cool. I mean, did you learn anything? Do you think that you'll be collecting herbs to try to help people?
I might.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's wild. So is there anything that surprised you? Something you didn't expect?
The cannon.
You didn't expect the cannon going off?
And I didn't expect I didn't expect the horse, the black horse to be deaf.
Sure.
Because it was deaf.
Wow.
And I also learned that the deaf horses that were in the American Revolution, they could smell the gun smoke, so that's how they knew that they could go away.
What a cool piece of information. I did not know that. So their sense of smell was heightened, so they could smell the powder.
Yeah.
Man, what would we do without horses and dogs? I mean, these are the two animals that, and, of course, cats. Yeah, everybody loves cats. But, like, dogs and horses kind of, like, domesticated, along with humans, right? They like, kind of grew with us. Yeah. They're some good friends of ours, horses. That's really cool. So, Scarlett, thank you so much. It was cool to get to talk to you, and thank you for sharing that. Thank you for talking about the things you enjoyed. That was very, very cool. I will ask you one more question. Is there anything you just did not like?
Not really. I liked all of it besides the loud noises of the cannon.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My ears are still ringing. I wasn't even around there. No, that's cool. I think that's so cool that you got to take that in and experience that. So let's throw it over to Landon Huddleston. Landon. Oh, we got our first comment in from Margaret Reynolds Brown. She says, love it. Thank you, Margaret. It's me again, Margaret. Thank you so much for tuning in the show today. Excellent. So, all right, let's... Oh,
that's Scarlett's teacher. She's out sick today, so she is watching from home.
This is Mrs. Brown.
Yes.
Shout out, Miss Brown. Apparently, you're Scarlett's, favorite teacher, or you're Scarlett's teacher.
Landon's teacher too.
Landon's teacher too. Wow, you did a great job with these kids. They're fabulous. Oh, look at that, waving at the camera. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Lexi Brady. I appreciate that. So let's get the mic back over to Landon. Landon, what's up, my man? Let's talk about Heritage Days. What did you think about it?
I liked it a bunch. I really liked where he would tell us about how we would survive back then with the tools, how the mountain man would survive because they needed the animal skin to survive because that's the only really clothes they had. Because they had to skin it and then kind of stitch it sometimes together to make it like a jacket, a shirt, clothes. And they would also figure out how to they would have to get wood, and they would have to get rocks, and they would have to shave the rock down to an arrow, and they would have to put it on the stick, and they would have to that's how they would make kind of a spear.
That's how they make spears and arrows and stuff. So they had to hunt with weapons they made. That's crazy.
Instead of just going to the store nowadays.
Yeah, you can't go to Academy Sports or Bass Pro Shops. You have to make something.
Yeah.
Whoa. So the mountain man, so he's out there talking about tanning leather and stuff and hunting. He has a bunch of horns and stuff, little black powder horns and everything. Did he show you anything about whittling or anything, or wood carving, any of that stuff?
I don't think he did.
So that was very cool. All right, so the mountain man is always a cool experience. He's always it's neat to learn from him because he talks about what life was like back then. What are some other things that stood out to you?
I liked how they would show us about the wood, the leather making, because it was cool how they would show us how you would make the leather with just using tools instead of now you just ask for it and it comes to you already done.
Yeah, you go on Amazon, they send it to you.
But back then you had to get a piece of cow skin, and it would be you would have to pluck out all the fur, and you would wet it, and then you would stab it with a tool, and it would make patterns or shapes, and then you would be able to make a wallet out of it, or a holder for a cup or other stuff.
That's awesome. How cool is that? Okay, well, did the cannon scare you also? Was it startling, or do you think it was cool?
It was cool, but I really wasn't that close to it.
Sure. So you were kind of off a little bit. You weren't all up in there.
Yeah.
Did you get to see the schoolhouse?
I don't think we did.
Okay. Well, you saw some other cool stuff. What about butter churning? You see that?
No.
Okay. So, you got to see some pretty neat things. Was there anything that surprised you? Anything that you're really? They had to do this back then? Is there anything that really surprised you? Anything that jumped out to you?
that they had to go in the woods and find stuff to stay alive.
Absolutely. I'm grateful that I can go to Aldi, and get some cornflakes. But there you gotta live off the land back then. You think that you could have made it back then? You think you could have survived?
Maybe.
I like that answer. Maybe. That's how I feel. Maybe. All right, let's throw it over to Jalea Harper. Jalea, you're a 4th grade student. Let's talk about your experience at Heritage Days. What is something that stood out to you? What's something you enjoyed?
Like, I like the where they told you all about like the flags and like what they didn't like and like took away.
Sure. So they had like the different eras of flags you could look at and everything. So that was very neat. It's very ceremonial. It's neat to see that and learn that. So, all right. Well, what else did you like?
I liked where like you can eat flowers and like munch it up and like make it into medicine.
Ooh, the apothecary. What kind of medicine were they making? Or better yet, what kind of sicknesses did they talk about? Like if you're burnt or something, or if you have a fever, what did they talk about?
Like if you have a fever, yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you got to learn a little bit about the natural remedies that are out there that folks had to utilize back then. Was there anything that surprised you? Anything you didn't expect?
I didn't expect that like you can make flowers out of medicine.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing. A lot of those medicines a lot of those flowers, are very useful. And it's neat that people had to kind of learn over time what worked and what didn't. I would hate to be the guy to be like, oh, let me try this flower, and then I'm sick, like I try the wrong one. But so that was really neat. So let's talk about some other things that you saw. Is there anything else that really stood out to you? You didn't get a chance to see the schoolhouse, I bet. Could you imagine going to school in one room? Like, how crazy would that be?
A lot crazy.
It'd be pretty crazy. So did you get to see the Mountain Man as well?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy about that presentation?
That like, so you go hunting for like the animals, and like you can wear it as jackets, sweaters, or like an arm thing.
Sure. Wow, that's so cool. Well, we have a comment in here. Check it out from Devin Smith. We got a comment here. Jalea, Mom, Dad, and Nene are watching. Good job, kids. You're all doing a fantastic job. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Devin Smith. You're awesome. Thank you for that comment. Well, we only have a handful of minutes left, so we might just save our last commercial break for the end of the show. So we'll end up ending a little early. So we take that commercial break. But before we wrap up, we have about 3 minutes left. I would love to throw it back over to Paula. Paula, I mean, this is what it's all about. These kids getting to learn these amazing lessons, get to experience this.
Yeah, it's great. It's great hearing all the things that they learned and that stood out to them, and hopefully they'll, maybe pique an interest in more history, more social studies interest, and remember, later on in their school year, what they saw and kind of connect the dots for them. So it's cool. Fantastic to kind of see the end results, the after effect of what a positive impact the program made on the kids.
Yeah, there's no telling. Landon might be out here making wallets someday. Jalea might actually be, a master gardener, learning how to make stuff. And then Scarlett, you'll be firing a cannon. Like, who knows what kind of stuff you'll be doing. I mean, that's awesome.
She might raise some sheep, so then she can shear the sheep and then spin her own yarn and do some knitting,
spin
right?
some yarn. There we go.
That spinning stuff.
And we did get another comment. Judy Stribling, she says, great job, kids. All right, we got 1 minute left, Paula. I would love to take a second to thank the sponsors that made that event possible.
Yeah, these 2 days that we do the event really is not possible without a lot of key people. But I want to especially thank the American Legion Carroll Post 143, the American Legion Auxiliary, Bobby Morris Construction, the Carroll County Master Gardener Association, Johnny on the Spot donates a porta potty for down in the meadow, and then Sun South. All just great people in the community and businesses that help us each year put on the event.
Perfect. Thank you, Paula.
I would also like to say that because of those wonderful sponsors, this is one field trip where when I send home a permission slip, that's all I need back. They don't have to bring in any money. Those sponsors provide everything so that these kids get to go on this field trip for free. So that's a big help, especially for students who might not otherwise get to attend other field trips. So we are definitely appreciative of those sponsors.
Excellent. Well, we thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is